Welcome, health champions and guests. This is KIRKYS Kitchen, part 5, and it's 7:24 p.m. here in Perth, Western Australia, the 13th of June, Monday, 2022. And this is an update, KIRKYS Kitchen. I'm not in the kitchen at present, but I just want to update what's been going on. But in the future, there will be many kitchen episodes and recipes and cooking and so forth, and maybe some music thrown in as well, because I'm a composer and a song performer. Okay, well, I'm feeling really great. Got my sugar levels under control. Definitely, when I was diagnosed diabetic, and I did drop the carbs down to about 30 grams a day, I started to increase the protein, and I got more muscle aches and pains than ever. And recently, before I started feeling good, it was starting to cause me bedridden, crippled. So basically cut out most of the protein. The only protein I'll have is in a protein shake, which is not with whey milk or soy isolates, because that's nasty stuff that also causes inflammation, etc. But pea protein, all right, a little bit high in carbs, but it's still better than the milk protein. And I've shown you that. But tonight I didn't have it. All I had tonight was some cream mixed with soy milk, and you can use almond milk, but I use the low carb, which is about 1% per serve. Soy milk, almond milk, and some cream. Yep. Gee, that was an easy one. But I didn't drink it all at once. I just drank half of it and put the rest back in the fridge for tomorrow. Now, if I was to have any more dessert tonight, keeping the carbs super low, it would be a sugar-free, low-carb jelly, which costs double the price, but it's worth it. 2 of those little packets will make up a little round tub, and I use filtered water. And some sesame seed paste, which is called tahini, a spoonful of that. It's like peanut butter, but it's more healthier. Some people are allergic to peanuts and so forth. And peanuts, like raw beans, it's a bean, I think, has lectins in it, which is a poison which causes inflammation and also can lead to Alzheimer's. So unless the raw beans are pressure cooked to kill the lectins off, then you can have it. But it's high in carbs and it's not good for diabetes. But of course, if you're starving, you'd eat anything. And the trick of the trade is I got to starve myself all day, at least to around 3 p.m. And then later on in the evening, I can have some carbs if I wish. But in this case, all I had was my famous mountain man's diet: raw cabbage, raw carrot, not even peeled, but washed, soaked actually for a couple of hours. A white onion, broccoli, cauliflower, right? Now, Mountain Man, his only dessert was a wheat bix, a couple of those, but that's very high in carbs, and that'll knock me out to sleep. So I didn't have that tonight. So what I had, because Australia has brought out the low-carb keto bread, but also the flat bread, which is easy, 2.5 grams or maybe 3 point something. That's pretty good for bread, because bread can be up to 20 grams of carbs. Like a banana is pretty high up in carbs too. So I don't even have that. That would be a one-off treat. And I just put on it, which is Australian protein paste. That's it. I got me protein. That's all I needed, really. Put it in the microwave for a minute and melted cheese, and that was after I had the veggies by the way, with low carb mayonnaise, no sugar, all right? Because you need fats. If you're going to lower your carbs, you raise your fats, not your protein so much. You raise your fats. Because when you're on a low-carb diet and high fats becomes healthy cholesterol. They had it wrong in the old days. You know, higher the carbs, lower the fats, and that caused bad cholesterol. They completely had it wrong, right? But if you've got, well, actually, if you have high carbs and high fats, that's a future heart attack for sure, and other diseases, right? But the oils that they made, like candola, there's soya oils. Soy milk's okay, but it's got a lot of estrogen in it, so it can interfere with its hormonal effect on your breasts and so forth. But anyway, so it was yes. What was I talking about? Yeah. So I had my veggies raw. Just bite into it, chunks of it, or you can just rip it off from the stem. And then I just had that low carb flatbread wrapped up in cheese with some Vegemite, which is Australian protein paste. Tastes like cow's breath. And I'm not hungry at the moment because I waited all day and it was really satisfied me. Oh yeah, I was talking about cholesterol. Yeah. So I'm not on any cholesterol tablets yet. I have high cholesterol, and the cholesterol tablets are not good. Most people agree with me there. It affects your blood vessels and does all sorts of damage. There is a thing I take called metformin for sugar, lower the sugar. If I eat so many carbs, I have to have it for sure, but I just don't need it right now. Of course, the doctor will say, well, you've got to take it regularly because your kidneys can go into dysfunction or something. No, I'm feeling great. And someone suggested to me, you got to cook your veggies, you got to steam them at least. Look, I'm trying to get organic veggies, but they're hard to get fresh, just raw veggies. There is enzymes you can take before you eat raw veggies so your gut gets used to it, but my gut's got used to it. But I do have that bit of bread. Bread is the luxury here, because I love bread. I used to eat a lot of bread as a kid. I'd come home from school at, what time was it, 3 or 4 o'clock, and my dad would work to 7 or 8 o'clock, and I was so hungry I used to eat about 10 slices of toast with tomato sauce or Vegemite. And so I got a lot of carbs in me when I was a kid. I used to eat a block of chocolate a day when I hit my teens. I had a hormonal thing and loved me chocolate. But if you're going to have chocolate, have dark chocolate. No less than 70%. I go for 95%. That's the max you can get, all right? Dark chocolate. It's actually good for you. It's good for depression too. Just 2 pieces, 2 squares. The big squares. I think I get this. It starts with an L. Lin. It's a Swiss one, I think, and you can get them on real special $2.25. So they're normally up to $3 or $4, in some places even more, right? But I'm not craving any of that tonight. I refuse to have any more cream coffee. I had it ready to drink more, and I said no. Sometimes I get a craving for some nuts at night. It's just more protein, which means waking up with more aches and pains. And if you do have nuts, you only need a couple of Brazil nuts. That gives you all the protein you need for the day. It's as much as a potato. Potatoes are so high in carbs, it's not good for diabetes. Every time I used to go shopping, I used to get chicken and chips. It's very high carbs. Then I get all sleepy and everything. So I didn't do that today. I went shopping. I drink the sugar-free tea, preferably green tea. I have a swig of that. I just swig it now and then. It's nice, cold in the fridge, I do have some diet creamy soda and occasional diet Coke, but the sugar-free in that is a poison, so that can upset your gut. Anyway, you wake up in the morning, the first thing I will get, though I didn't eat it today, is apple cider vinegar. I can't drink the stuff. It's nasty. I just buy the tablets. There we go. That's the one I get. It's called Nature's Way. I get it at the Warehouse Chemist here in Perth, Western Australia. That's the strongest brand, and it's cheaper than the one that's got less grams in it. 1,200 milligrams strength, apple cider vinegar, 90 capsules. This stuff's fantastic. First thing I wake up in the morning, I have one of those. Of course, it's breaking a fast when you have other things like some of these food vitamin tablets, like olive leaf extract. Oh, hi, Mai. Welcome, my dear. Dark chocolate has powerful source of antioxidants. That is true. It's great. Even when I used to go camping, I used to have my chocolate bar with me or a snack bar or something, but dark chocolate. Yeah, it'll make you walk another 20 miles. So I have olive leaf extract. Now, I swear by that, especially being a sort of a smoker, but, even though it's moderate when I need one, but it's great for lung contractions and that urge you get, the craving, it just tortures you. It's great for immunity. It prevents flus, right? Everybody in my family, kids and everybody except mum and I haven't got the COVID. But I do take a lot of vitamins, like not so much vitamins. I'm taking free radical tablets, to clean the toxins and things out. But with me, doctor said, you can't clean all your toxin out rapidly because it's very dangerous for me, because I've got radioactive in me because of an atomic bomb that was let off near Kalgoorlie. Oh, what's it called? Malinga project. Back in the 60s, right before Mum was born. I was born. They let an atomic bomb off in the desert, and the dust flew across to where Mum was staying. Because Nana, grandmother, had a sheep station, everything, in the desert. And all the children born in October had defects. Some people without thumbs and dyslexia and all sorts of things. I ended up with a green and brown eye, a mutation. That green eye, is that the green eye? Yep, that's a mutation. Right? I got brown eyes. Yeah, like Dave and Bowie, coloured eyes. They used to call me coloured eyes turkey. And one day I was climbing up a tree because I was so ashamed of my coloured eyes. A little girl, 6, 7, 8 year olds, grade 1, 2 primary school. She says, "Come down from that tree, turkey. You got beautiful eyes." I thought, this is nice. I'll see what's going to happen here. Being immature as I was, but got down there and she gave me a good kiss. I can't remember if she kissed me on the lip or on the cheek, but little girl, I was only a little kid, And ever since then, I had no problem. And some of the worst criminals that ended up, they remembered me as coloured eyes Kirky Turkey. I was different, all right, and I learned that it is special to have a mutation in the eye, all right. So no one can steal my passport. To see Mai on channel. Mai improves brain function. Mai says apple cider vinegar helps lower blood sugar. That's exactly one of the reasons I take it. Straight away in the morning, it lowers it. It's natural, and it clears your gut up because you need healthy gut bacteria. See, your gut is your second brain. People will then end up in Alzheimer's disease and all sorts of things. It all starts in the gut. You've got to get your gut right, and then your brain will be right, because the poisons and toxins in the gut go into the brain. This is how you get all this brain cancer. All sorts of things can happen unless it's inherited. I can't say the word. Now, Mai looks after herself. She shares her diet, and she's really healthy. She's in Thailand, eats really well. I love cooking more than her anyway, but I love cooking. But when you're in a place like Thailand, you just go out in the street and buy all sorts of healthy dishes and foods and things. It's just wonderful there. Ride elephants and motorbikes and sit under a waterfall. And most of them are slim anyway. So healthy. So anyway, it's simple living there, But here, junk food, the beggars on the street, they got not much money, right? They get a bit of money from begging straight to the junk food, McDonald's or Hungry Jack's, they call it, or Burger King, whatever. And they just live on burger and chips because it's cheap, like $5, and a Coke to go with it, sugar Coke, mind you, most of it times. And it's just feeding their cholesterol and all sorts of unhealthy gut. And they ended up, when they don't even live a long life. They get sick and end up in hospital, bedridden. Look, I'm feeling great today. I went to the shopping centre and I came back. I had nothing but water. I got a headache because I wanted to eat and I didn't. I was waiting to 3 o'clock. If I eat from 3 o'clock onwards, I have a great night's sleep. I feel energized. And if I do have anything like a Wheat Bix, which is a high carb cereal, those Wheat Bix, like Mountain Man used to eat, that will knock me out like a sleeping tablet. But I don't want to be knocked out at the moment. I'm feeling high. I just made a really groovy song last night. It's a vamp. You probably don't know what a vamp is. It's like hyped up ragtime, boogie woogie, all sorts of things mixed together. It's just a dynamic, exciting. And I got it off my chest last night. It's my composition, but it's got some references to the vamp songs, and like people like Winifred Atwell. I met her. She's a African American, big goggly eye, goggly face, goggly hair. She's like a big African warrior queen, and she could play the goanna, which is the piano. And I met her personally as a little kid, and she was one of my musical idols. And I went on to becoming ragtime king of Kalgoorlie, playing for all the gold miners at 12 years of age. While they're getting on the piss, I'm having a squash, which is a big jug of cool drink with lemon, lime, and bitters. It's Mexican bitters. That's all I used to drink. Entertain the miners. I was on radio and everything. And they even had a piano in the studio then days, a big grand piano. And, like they did when they recorded some of the Beatles music in London. They don't have grand pianos in most recording studios these days. Anyway, this is about KIRKY's Kitchen. So it's a very simple. So I have my olive leaf extract. That just gives me a boost for my immunity. I mean, it's not a super boost. It's just a gentle one, and it just does something for the respiratory. That's what it's for, right? Oh, I've got so many tablets I should show you. Yes. How many minutes have we got? Oh, it's been 17 minutes, hasn't it? Look, I might save that for another time and get all my pills out, all natural, herbal. I spend about $100 a month on natural medicine, even for depression. I've got kava even. Kava is the stuff they drink in Fiji and those Pacific Islands. So in the old days, the cannibals would meet up. The cannibal chiefs would meet up and negotiate and not eat each other. And drink the stuff, and it's a peace drug. And I was there off a cruise ship, went to the island, drank the stuff. Everybody's hugging each other, and the moon seemed a lot bigger, and frogs were giant. It was a bit of a sort of a hallucinatory effect, but and all the pissheads were in another hut, getting pissed and fighting, carrying on. And I thought, shit, alcohol, that's crap. But kava is medical, and it's legalized now. You can have it in the capsules. I one day drank it. I brought some back. Powder, which is like it's a pepper plant, and strained it through one of those old 1960s stockings of my mum, but forgot there's poison dye on it, deadly dye. It took about dye, and nearly died. 3 days on death row, lying in bed, shivering and shaking. I even put my suit on with a tie and everything because I was ready to be buried in it. Drank out of a bloody stocking. So don't strain it through a stocking. If you can get the powder, you got to strain it. It's like mud, and then you drink it out of a coconut. I even brought the coconut thing back with a chief, and I used to drink it, Kava, it's good, helps you sleep, it's relaxing. Hops is really good. That's the stuff that makes the beer. My grandfather swore about that, meaning he assured that was the best thing. It's just and you just brew up the hops, or you can buy the capsules anyway, and you drink this stuff. It's got no alcohol in it, but it's the real stuff. And if you add the malt and the sugars, it becomes alcohol. But my pop would rather have a whiskey or a brandy, but he used to drink this hops, and I have these tablets got hops in it. Valerian is it helps you sleep. In fact, I astral traveled once on valerian. I was into the pagan religions then, like Hinduism and all of that, and I was tripping off and meeting gurus and all sorts of things them days. And that was me. But it wasn't a drug. It's actually a herb. But anyway, valerian, 1,000 milligrams. And then there's another one. Oh, what's it called? Lavender oil, which is made into a capsule. Really good for sleep. You can take all of them. It's not going to kill you. It's going to knock you out. But what a peaceful sleep. Not a drug in your body. Anyway, it's been 19 minutes. I try to keep my videos 20 minutes, 15 minutes. But yeah, God bless you all. It's lovely that Mai come on board on my KIRKYS Kitchen channel. That's great, Mai. I really appreciate your support. Thank you, sister. So anyway, I will tell you all about it. This is just an update, let you know that everything's good, healthy, strong, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and I'm losing the gut fast. And I'll talk about exercise as well. Good night and God bless. Daryl KIRKY signing out.